Well, every week we like to sit down and talk to different faculty members about at NIACC about what's new at NIACC, and this is the first time we've had him on the show. Gregg Hemlich, how are you?
Doing wonderful, Jay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you do now that the kids are out of school?
Well, actually, we're still in summer term. It's kind of ironic that the only chance to walk the line for graduation is the May term, but we still do a summer term here at NIACC. So they'll graduate and then do a paid internship coming up here. We're in a commercial construction class right now, actually, but yeah, it's kind of bittersweet because we're kind of closing things up here, coming close to an end.
How long have you been there at NIACC?
This is the end of my 15th year, so I'll be
Wow.
starting my 16th year next year.
Yeah, Gregg is the building trades instructor. So, what did you do before NIACC?
Prior to NIACC, I was 11 years at Forest City High School as the industrial technology shop instructor there.
Okay, all right. So we want to find out a little bit about this trades that you have, what you guys offer. I mean, why would somebody want to enroll in building trades? What are they
Well,
going to learn?
you know, first of all, right now the average age of the construction worker is 55, and so there is a booming field. We cannot fill the needs of industry right now with the number of graduates that we have. There's 10 jobs for every graduate that we have right now, and so it's a very good field to get into. We have a state-of-the-art lab. We're continuing to update equipment. We have commercial contractors, post-frame construction, and residential that are active on our board that drive the curriculum. And a state of the art facility. We try to offer experiences not only in the skill set, but soft skills as well, learning to work as part of a crew, being part of a team. What does it mean to be a team player, and offer leadership opportunities for students? And it becomes kind of a family environment. Even I've got a few students that have actually met their future spouse to be by way of our class, and have kids and nephews and nieces from folks they've met by way of another class member, because you get close 5 hours a day together, in class.
Sure. Yeah. Huh. So, I mean, do you like the different skills? Do you learn how to run a hammer? You do the hand.
Yeah.
You use air
you
tool.
know you do. It's a broad based set of skill sets. You've got your hand tools like your hammers, and that people think it's all power tools. It really isn't. You have to learn to run a tape measure, how to use some of those basic math skills, how to use a hammer, how to use leverage. It's not always high tech tools. Sometimes it's how to use leverage to move a wall where I want it to move to, so that I can, using some of those tricks of the trade, using a speed square, some of those things that fit right in my tool pouch, to be more productive, to be thinking a step ahead, to be a more productive worker and more valuable to that future employer. But then along with that, it is also how to use power tools and how to use them safely and effectively on a job site as well, and with a future employer.
Yeah, what do they always say? Measure twice, cut once. Not
Yeah,
not
that
cut
is
twice
that
and
is correct.
yeah, you don't want to measure once, cut twice.
Especially with the price of lumber right now.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Gregg, what are some of the options at NIACC as far as a diploma, certificate, non-credit type of things?
Yeah, so right now, if a person comes over, they can come over half days as high school students or senior year with the Career Link program, and they can come out of their senior year as a with a certificate, an actual certification, and a credential, or they can stay and get what's called a 1 year diploma program, and that involves staying through to the summer term, the May term, taking commercial construction, building codes and standards, some other required classes that go along with that diploma. And the diploma enables them, some of the local contractors, there might be a higher wage that's involved, or they might even pay back their tuition should they finish the diploma. So there's an advantage. It's kind of like the difference between getting a GED or getting a high school diploma.
Sure.
if you go ahead and get the diploma as it pertains to local contractors. And then there's a paid internship that's part of that diploma program as well.
What about a person, like, say, my age, which I'm not very old, uh, and you wanted to learn how to do some of this trade, and maybe you got some remodeling you want to do, and you always go, "Man, I wish I'd have taken like shop class back in the day," and now I'm getting older. I bought a house. I want to maybe move a few walls. I mean, is there
Sure.
something like that for you out there?
There really is. A class like this, our local contractors kind of the we meet the need on that basis, but there are some people that take this class because the commitment, it is a short term, it's a year commitment, and the skill set that you have, you could very well remodel your own house. Or we've had students take the class, and they've watched Flip or Flop or some of these homes on Home and Garden
Sure.
network, and it inspires them. They want to go into real estate or things like that. So there's multifaceted reasons that people take the class. But being a community college, the end goal is we want to meet the needs of the workforce as well. But there's multifaceted reasons, and there are through continuing ed. There are some faster track classes available. There's a 45-hour fundamentals of carpentry class, even one offered this summer, coming up here in June 20th. That offer kind of an introductory level skill set class available as well. So watch for that on NIACC's website.
Now, is that something that like somebody that's got a full time job could go and take that afternoon or evening classes type deal?
You know, Currently it's not set up like that with the fundamentals class. That's set up as a 1 week class to kind of help somebody that might be unemployed at the time, or maybe they're between jobs.
Sure.
But certainly that is a goal in the future of offering something where it might be a you know a, we- an evening option. I know we're coming up with some of these academies like in Forest City. There's one that's going to be built in Charles City, and some of these hubs, and even the NIACC shop. There is a goal of some of those types of offerings, and they have offered night classes here in the past in targeted areas like drywall, concrete, masonry, things like that. Right now, there aren't any current offerings that I'm aware of, but we're going to go where the need is. If there's a need that's addressed, whether it's through continuing ed or whatever, NIACC will strive to meet that need if there's a need. So.
What's the cost of the programs?
Right now for the programs, I want to say a credit hour is right at about $200. Don't quote me on that, Jay. It might be a give or take a few dollars.
Sure.
But the cool thing is right now with the last dollar scholarship in the trades programs, people can go for next to nothing in a trades program such as this. They've been able to come almost tuition free if they qualify. There are also scholarships available, 10 specific to my program for $1,500 spread out over the 3 semesters. And there's just a boatload of money out there that's available if people are motivated and if they qualify. And then there are some local contractors that will pay back your tuition. There's some contractors that if you sign 90 days of a commitment to them, they will pay back your tuition because
Oh,
they really want you to work for them. Or if you commit to work for them every 6 months, they will pay back part of your tuition until your tuition is paid back. And they don't need to know whether you had a scholarship or whether you paid out of pocket. They just want you as a skilled employee to work for them and to be a committed employee to their company. And they value that trades education. So they're going to value that by paying back. That's going to be money in your pocket for getting that skilled trades education.
going to school, taking classes, doing this, doing that. I mean, is there a little bit of a fun period where you guys like take any trips anywhere?
There absolutely is. One of the things that we value in the trades is being on time, being present, and showing up, attendance, and things like that. And so, kind of on a merit basis, we have kind of a rewards thing set up with our club, and the club offsets the cost of a trip annually to a thing called the World of Concrete, and it's a show with over 60,000 people in Las Vegas, and it's a really cool trip. We fly out there. One of the most amazing. Check out our Instagram page. I think it's scrolling on the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
It shows an encapsulation of what we do. There's something new every year, but 60,000 people, the latest, greatest technology in the industry. We tour the Hoover Dam, which is an amazing feat of concrete marvel. The architecture in Las Vegas is amazing. We try to give experiences to students, bring in industry professionals when appropriate to give them real life experiences. And yes, the fun factor is absolutely there. We want it to be a fun experience.
I know you mentioned we have it scrolling across the bottom. If you watch the video, the complete video, you can see the website and the Instagram page and also the phone number to get a hold of Gregg. But how do people learn more about what's going on or these programs?
That there you can. I think the Instagram page is a good way. You could call me. You could set up a time to tour. We can visit over the phone. There's been times where students have come out and done a site visit. There it's just kind of a some people like to see it. Others, we visit about it over the phone. Our webpage does have a link to a video, kind of a fun story. One of our former students, if you watch the video where we built a tiny home on our webpage, that student is the long lost grandson of Phil Robertson, the duck commander. True story.
Wow.
So if you go on and follow that a little close, we don't mention it on the page, but we didn't know it at the time. But his mom is the long lost daughter of Phil Robertson, the duck commander from that show.
Duck Dynasty. Yeah.
Dynasty. So interesting story. You never know.
Yeah. So if you want to watch so what we like to do is do the video and also audio. So the what's new at NIACC is the complete video is on our website, 987kisscountry.com. You can go check that out with Gregg here and the what's happening in the trades department there. Again, Gregg, thank you for taking the time to talk to us today.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate the opportunity, Jay.
Now, Gregg, do you ever have anybody come in and go, that looks like they may be able to be a good carpenter or builder, and then you go, whoa, don't give that guy any power tools? Like if I walked into your class.
You know what? We take all levels of ability. There have been people that have never held a hammer before, and then others that have had every shop class they could ever have. And that's the beauty of working in a crew setting. You build each other upon skill sets. And I've had some that have never swung a hammer that have elevated and come out of the program as stronger than some that come in that think they know how to do something, and so that's the beauty of working in a crew. You can elevate each other, learn from each other. And I don't pretend to know everything. I'm constantly learning. I learn some things from students every day
Sure.
when they come to class. And also we like to get involved in the community. Habitat for Humanity. I think even we appreciate being able to be involved with a project with you guys, with the
Yeah.
trailer and stuff too for the Country Thunder and things like that. So
Yeah. So we appreciate all that you do out there, Gregg, and keep instructing those students.
thank you very much.
You bet. What's new at NIACC? It's for the complete video interview. You can go to 987kisscountry.com. That's Gregg Hemlich, the building trades instructor at NIACC.